What's going on, guys? It's Ryan from Ryan and Crystal's Reviews, and I'm real excited because we just got a new announcement of a Toys Era figure, and I'm here on the 1/6 Outfitters website, and this is, they call it the Galaxy Warlord, but we know him better as Ronan the Accuser. This is a figure that I was really hoping that Hot Toys would produce back when they did Guardians of the Galaxy 1. They didn't. And then I was kind of hoping that they would eventually get to him or produce him, and they still may, but up until right now they have not. Every now and then they'll go back and release a figure from an earlier film, say like the Iron Man, like the Mark 7 they've released, etc. So, like I said, I'm here on the 1/6 Outfitters website. You see a nice picture of Ronan the Accuser here. So the price is $239.99. That, like I said, this is the Toys Era figure. So, in my opinion, Toys Era is it's a step down from Hot Toys, but it's right there. It's still a very good figure. You get a very solid looking sculpt. I mean, they've done Cable, they've done Juggernaut. They do a lot of the films. Like, they did a lot of the Fox X-Men films, so you had like Quicksilver. They had done, I think they did a Mystique at one time. So they're really solid. They're a good company, and this order is for pre-order. So they're looking at the end of the year for release date. So you can see here, really cool looking figure. He's got his hammer, and I believe we're going to take a closer look at some of the photos, but that hammer does light up. So what you get is you get one highly detailed head sculpt with helmet, one articulated body, and then 6 pieces of interchangeable hands. Costume, one suit, one pair of pants, one pair of boots, pair of bracers, which I believe they're considering these to be his bracers, or perhaps maybe this back here. I'm not really sure what they're considering to be bracers. And then you get one Warhammer with LED light up feature, and then one display stand. So let's jump over here and take a closer look at some of these photos. So you can see, like I said, really solid looking figure. It's not the Hot Toys style or quality, but it's extremely, extremely close. And like I said, this is a prototype, so that head sculpt is always a little bit subject to change. It always looks a little bit different in the photos than what you get in when you get it in hand. But I mean, we just look at the suit here, very, very movie accurate, with his, we'll call that like a veil over his head. And then the gauntlets here look real nice. The shoulder pads or shoulder armor looks really good. And you can kind of see here, so you're going to have a little bit of articulation with that shoulder joint. Anytime you have a shoulder pad or an armor on a figure, your mobility is usually fairly limited. Especially one that looks like this, is as far down as it goes. I highly doubt you're going to be able to take his arm out to 90 degrees straight out to the side. Now, pointing forward, you more than likely will be able to. But going out, you see how he's got his hammer held here? Like, if you took that arm out any further, I doubt you're going to get much more articulation than that, because this piece is going to start to bunch up. And I'm not sure how this right in here is going to be made. Is it going to be, is this one piece that's attached to the veil? So that's something to kind of look for as we go through this. And if you're going to go ahead and purchase this figure, that's something to kind of keep in mind. So we go to the next. This is a nice look at the head sculpt. I mean, it's really solid looking, of Lee Pace, who plays Ronan the Accuser. I love the black makeup on the face, his war paint, and to me, and again, I think this is probably the most articulation you're going to get here. As you can see, that shoulder armor has started to lift up, and it is touching up against what we'll call the veil here. What I do like is in this picture here, as you can see, that it looks like it isn't one piece. It is 2 separate pieces, which probably is going to give you a little more chance of getting that arm up, but you also going to run the risk of scraping this veil and leaving marks on it from that armor. So that's something to also keep in mind. It looks like the head is going to have fairly decent articulation in it. That was another thing I was kind of thinking about. is because since we've got this veil over his head, you know, how well can you really look up, look down? Down's probably not a big deal. Looking up probably will be. And then side to side, you're not going to get a lot. It does look like the head is separate from this, so you'll probably get a little more than what we would be used to. And that's a nice looking shot of the hammer here. I mean, that's really movie accurate. You get another nice shot of his hand there. It looks real cool. And the chain, kind of that chainmail type material for his sleeves there. And then this is the picture from the first page of the website there. That's a solid pick. So we get a little more close up here of the face. Like I said, it's a really solid sculpt. I think it looks really, really well done, and I'm really looking forward to getting this in hand and taking a look at it. And here he is, and you can see this is probably, I would say that they've enhanced that effect of the hammer right there to make it pop a little more for the picture. I doubt that you're going to see it light up that well, but you know, I could be wrong. So this is a nice picture of him just kind of standing here looking, you know, fairly threatening. Again, another nice picture, nice look at the suit here. Looks like there's an X across his chest here. Either that's blood or supposed to be paint, perhaps. Could be more blood. There's a little bit there as well. And here he is here. You got the Dark Aster right behind him. That's a really cool shot. And then again, this is all effects here for that. And they shine the light to give that effect of, you know, he's got the Power Stone in his hammer. This would be a really cool one too. You could do some sort of like dance off with Star-Lord there at the end of the movie, or you could do you could do the scene where he gets the Power Stone and then he goes to put it in the hammer. So that, because if you have Star-Lord from Guardians 1, you're going to have the orb with him, so you can use that in this with him. Hopefully there's a hand that can do that, and we'll get to the hands here in a couple more pictures. Like this hand right here, you might be able to stick the orb in that hand. That's a really nice shot there. There he is sitting on the throne. Perhaps they will release a throne for this figure. I don't know. That's a really cool shot. It's probably more of just a typical seat chair piece, and then they've got him sitting on it, and then of course they use that background to kind of finish out that photo. It looks really cool. There's another picture of him, so you can definitely get the hammer in both hands. You can see there's a little bit of that you know, that stretchy style material underneath the armor. I'm sure that the chest piece and the gauntlets are probably the harder plastic, and then the shoulder armor as well. So I said, this is just a really nice looking figure. I think Toys Era does a really good job on their figures. It's not quite to Hot Toys, but it's really close. Another really good picture there. That's a really cool picture. He's got his fist up, you know, threatening the Guardians. So there he's got a little bit of, looks like his head's tilted just a little bit. For some reason, it looks like his eyes are kind of looking up too. I don't think the eyes are articulating, but it kind of looks that way in that photo. So I'm not sure if that is just kind of an optical illusion, or if maybe that's a different head sculpt, and maybe it could just be a prototype head sculpt that they've used. There he is sitting on the throne again. Yeah, I mean, you get a good look, kind of a good look at the pants there. And then, I mean, it's really solid figure. Okay, so now we get to see more of the individual pieces. So you've got, you know, a good look at the costume here. He's got these, whatever this is supposed to be. I'm not really sure what you would consider that. I don't know if it's like tails or something like that. And you get a good look at the head sculpt there. Nice look at the chest piece. There's your stand. So kind of reminiscent of the Guardians, more of the Guardians 2 stand than the Guardians 1 stand. Because you remember the Guardians 1 stand for the Hot Toys was more of, it was like it looked more like grating that would be in a ship. And then you got the hammer there, you got to look at the gauntlets, and then you get to look at the boots and everything. And then his hands, I would say you could probably get 2-fisted hands, and then you got a hand here that looks like it's for grabbing the hammer on each one, and then you got one that's a little more open. So you've got this hand right here that would be a little more open. You could probably get the orb in that one if you wanted to, and of course that one to grab the hand. So it'd be a really cool pose if you could kind of get him either putting the orb into, like getting to take the orb up into the hammer, or even in that scene after he's done it where he's got the, his arms are wide open and he's kind of looking up and screaming, and he's got the Power Stone has made contact with the hammer. So like I said, this is a really nice figure. I'm really looking forward to getting it and opening it up for you guys and showing exactly what it looks like in hand. So keep an eye out for that. I know this is Toy Box Tuesday, and so we've done a preview. We also did an unboxing of the Ling from Shang-Chi, so go check out that video, and it'll be up here in the video. Should be already. And then please like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. And don't forget, I'll have the website down below in the description as well. So hope you all have a great evening, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.